The promise of the proverbial cannon remaining just that, a mere promise, 6 years on following Kenya's bloody post-election turmoil for the internally displaced persons still living in such camps as Vumilia, Fumilia and Amani camps in Mai Mahiu. Families continue to take refuge in temporary makeshifts years on.
Magonjwa ni shida, maana tuna wengine wako na malaria. Malaria hapa ni sana. Watoto wadogo wanahitaji chakula, especially hatuna hiyo chakula ya kupewa watoto.
Such the predicament of displaced persons also at the Mau, Kieni, Embotutu and Kikurere forests who were evicted for encroaching on forest land, waiting on a government they call their own to honor its word.
Morning.
The government now having set aside 3.3 billion shillings for their resettlement cause, the IDPs and forest evictees are to receive 400,000 shillings per household paid into bank accounts which government has opened for them, and a further 10,000 shillings for the logistics of vacating their camps.
Previously, the government would buy land to allocate to individual households for resettlement. Our focus this time is on self-resettlement and reconciliation. The aim is to give the IDPs an opportunity to make decisions on where to settle and make choices on the economic activities that they would wish to be engaged in.
In the previous resettlement programs, the government allocated 2.25-acre parcel of land to each household, a move that was met with stiff resistance from host communities. The program was also abused by fraudsters and land speculators out to make a kill out of the prevailing crisis. Under the new arrangement, the remaining 8,298 IDPs and forest evictees to be settled by end of this month will now receive cash. A welcome gesture for a people who are yet to get back on their feet.
Tumeshapokea bank ambayo mnaona hapa ambayo itatupea hizo pesa.
Nikipewa hiyo fedha nitaweza kujipanga.
Already fears are rife among some internally displaced persons from Gema, Vumilia 51, Kihoto and Kiongano in Gilgil and Mai Mahiu that their names could be missing from the list of those set to benefit from the allocation.
Wiki moja na hatutapitisha hapo. Wiki moja ikipita, kama hata hawatakuwa wanatupatia msimamo wetu, tutafanya peaceful demonstration.
There is absolutely no discrimination. Our IDP database is very clear on who is an IDP, and that's the data that we're using. This data is compiled by the Ministry of Interior, and it's the one that is being used to resettle IDPs.
One too many times, the government has been compelled to silence the cries of internally displaced persons and forest evictees. The resettlement cause now what many of them hope will see the government honor its pledge. Sally Mbilu, Citizen, live at 9.